Well, it's interesting. Before the COVID, we had been starting to do more stuff with the trio, and it was really going good. I would post online, let people know where we are, and as you said, people just show up and I found out because I saw you are on Instagram. We're like, okay, well, there we go. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so, as you said, as a solo artist, especially, it's you have to do it.
You have to do it. Yeah. I mean,
or else you will suffer accordingly. The thing is, it's not all about the money, but you got to eat. I mean, what are you going to do? What are you going to do at Waffle House? You know what I mean? You're going to go in there and
you can't go to Waffle House and not give them money for food.
That's what I'm talking about.
Robbing the place.
What are you going to do? Barter? You're going to barter with the people at Waffle House?
Sing them a song. Play them a song on your guitar.
That's right.
Yeah.
You play a little song.
Sing some waffles.
For some greasy repast.
Exactly.
Well, I've been asking this question of folk, and
all right.
I know none of us really know the answer to it, but
great. Here's my non-answer. Ready? Go.
Yes. Well, we just in terms of the future, we have no idea. I mean, like we have this gig coming up in August, which they managed to, really, they're doing everything they possibly can.
They're doing everything they possibly can. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's a no-brainer.
Right.
But you can't have that level of confidence booking a tour. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Things there and back. Well, what if you get to the one place and there are a bunch of yahoos going, what pandemic? And all of a sudden you're being exposed to God knows what. You come back with another horn.
Yeah.
I mean, like
assuming you had one to begin with. Yes.
Just kidding, Paul Brown. That was a good one though. Sorry. Anyway, so what are you hearing like from? I bet people are going into like late next year, from what I understand.
Yeah, I have. Let's see. So I have our camp in September, and this has been postponed twice already. The Dallas Guitar Festival.
Right. Exactly. Yep.
So now this is in late September. I am doing like a live stream gig with limited audience from the Guitar Sanctuary at the beginning of August.
Got it.
And then I'm supposed to be going to do this thing in Mexico City in September it's like their version of NAMM kind of. And I'm going down there to do a clinic. And then I'm supposed to go to Australia to do a festival out there in October. But I mean, you can't even go to Australia. If you go to Australia right now, they quarantine you for 14 days. Yeah. So It's like, I'm probably going to miss the festival.
Right.
So yeah, I was talking to my agent manager and he was like, just prepare probably next year before we really can do anything legitimate. And I mean, but at the same time, man, I'm thinking like, wait a minute. So the clock strikes 12 on June 1st and it just goes away. Like,
right.
What if it's like, could be longer than 22? No idea, man.
We have no idea. Well, how have you done with, like we just did our first one, I do a lot of stuff obviously for Wildwood and I do some stuff for Fishman. And those are just, we go live 4 times a week and we just play and talk and have a good time and yada, yada, yada. But we did our first tip jar thing this past weekend because Toby was in town. And we actually made really, pretty decent money.
Nice.
And I was thinking, well, shit, we did that twice a month, and had new content every time, or as far as like, we have new songs and do like, you could actually build up this thing where it might be okay. You know what I mean?
I guess. Yeah. I mean, I think I have nothing wrong with that hustle for sure. I would like to do it. I think for me, it's kind of more of a question of technical stuff and getting all that thing together and getting a place where we can actually do it.
Right.
I was going to try to do one at a recording studio and the owner was like, man, if like the police see cars outside of here and they decide to come in, it's $1,000 fine and we can go to jail for this. And I was like, yeah, I guess you're right. Like, so, but maybe if I can find a spot that I can do it, I'm totally ready to do it. I mean, I've done some solo stuff from here at the house, which actually seems to be going over pretty well because what I do is I'll play a couple tunes and then like take some questions, and so it's more interactive and more like half clinic, half performance. And I think people dig that. So I'll probably start picking up on that regard a little bit more before I try to do like a full band thing necessarily. But the thing at the Guitar Sanctuary is going to be the first one that we do.
Sure.
And I'm really excited for that because they put in like a really serious streaming camera, multi-angle vibe.
Cool.
So I'll have the whole quartet. There'll be some people in the audience, so like spread away. So that'll be cool. And hopefully, if I can come back and go do that once a month from there or something. That would be
there.
Nice.
You go. Well, let's talk a little. Before time gets away from us, talk a little bit about the Fearless Flyers thing, because that's
man.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Right? So how did that all come together? And did you guys know each other? I mean, how did it all kind of come together?
Right. I had met and played with Joe Dart, the bass player, once before on a friend's gig. A buddy of ours up in Portland, Jans Ingber, put together. He's a great singer, and he put together like a super band, and we just played cover tunes all night. Joe was the bass player. And so that's how I met Joe. I had never played with Nate, but was a huge fan. Mm-hmm. And I had never played with Corey, but again, loved his music, loved his playing. And so I got an email from Corey just saying like, hey, we have this idea under the Wolfpack sort of umbrella to put together this group. You would play baritone guitar. What do you think? And I kind of was like, well, I don't really know what I think, because I don't really know what we're doing or like what it's going to sound like, or like who's writing the songs, or like what are we
right.
And so I got on the phone and he kind of explained it to me, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll think about it. This is what I said. And then I called him back and I was just like, that was dumb. Like, yeah, let's do this. This is what I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's do this. And so that's kind of how the whole thing happened, was just an email that Corey had sent out to the four of us, and got us all on board. And we got to the studio in LA. This was, I guess, 3 years ago. Yeah, we just did our third one. So this was like 3 years ago. Kind of the tunes kind of came in from all different places. People had ideas for riffs. We had some ideas for some old Wolfpack tunes that we wanted to rearrange. And so it was very kind of like cohesive that way. And then they told me I was wearing a flight suit and had to play my guitar on a microphone stand. And then again, I was like, wait a minute, I'll think about it. Like I'm very apprehensive about stuff sometimes. But again, I've kind of embraced that now. And so we've done 3 of these records, and they're getting a little bit more grandiose. This time we've got horns and stuff, and in a much bigger room. We did it at Sound City. I just wish we could play more gigs, man. We were actually supposed to do a fair amount of work this year prior to the whole thing.
Yes.
It's one of those bands that definitely needs to happen live more than it has. And so that's what we'll work towards next year.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the meantime, you'll be in the Metroplex, except for it being in Tennessee with yours truly.
Except for that. Yeah.
I'm going to bring a banjo.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't know how to play one, but I'm bringing one.
Yeah, I don't know what else to bring. I thought it was funny. It's also BYOB too, isn't it? But then but there's also a bar. I'm like, this might be a mess. Like,
bring your own pestilence.
Yeah, right. So yeah, it'll be fun. I don't have a banjo to bring. Maybe I'll bring that hammer tone thing and just annoy the shit out of it.
There you go.
That. Yeah.
We'll engage in some spirited, high-strung kumbaya.
I'll play it very tastefully. Yeah.
I like it. It's supposed to be on a lake. Hopefully there'll be some.
Well, I'm going to be swimming. Yeah, I like swimming.
I can't wait to show off my COVID bod.
Your COVID abs.
Oh, my great Milwaukee Bullum that I've been working on here.
I'm sure you wouldn't be alone.
I need to lose some weight. I've got this new tune called I Need to Lose a Quarantine.
Yeah, I love it.
It's coming out. We actually recorded it. Sounds pretty good. And it's about, of course, it's about food. I got a problem. You know what I mean? It's like stress eating. You know what I mean?
Singing? Are you singing on it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The Growler has returned.
I'm ready. It's kind of a Weird Al Yankovic kind of title, I think.
There's that. But I got a thing for Captain Crunch with Crunch Berries. It's like, as I say,
if you didn't do a video for it already, you should dress up like the captain.
Well, it might happen. I was thinking of some interesting video activity that might go along with the selection.
Okay.
So
I'm ready.
I'll keep you apprised.
Please do.
Maybe we can jam it down in Tennessee.
I'm ready. Send me the track.
Jam.
Yeah. Brilliant.
The kids are going to dig it. All 110 of them.
Jazz millions.
Yes. So you're flying there, right, though?
Yeah, I'm not driving. That's a long drive.
I'm driving. I'm not flying.
Really?
Oh. No.
Should I drive? I think
Andy Timmons is driving. You can drive with him.
Yeah, I guess I could just do that.
You guys could, and then you could give each other. You could give each other the pestilence, and then
we could both arrive with COVID. That would be great. And then
just spread it to all of us. No, we shouldn't even joke about that.
We really should. Yeah,
I'm going to drive down.
I have to get on a plane on Monday for a thing up at Sweetwater, and I'm kind of like,
oh, okay.
I mean, I got to go to work, but I'm not looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to doing the event. I'm not looking forward to the flight.
Well, and flying to Fort Wayne is never fun because you got to go through Chicago or Detroit.
I have a direct on the way there. I have to go through Chicago on the way back. And I think Chicago Airport is probably a madhouse right now.
Well, plus because they're always canceling that flight. Although in this day and age with it not being terribly congested, you'll be fine, I would imagine.
I hope so. I hope you're right.
My experience is always where I'd go from Milwaukee down to Fort Wayne and I'd have to go through Chicago, and finally I just got to the point, it's like, I'm driving down because I'll get there quicker if I drive.
So how long is the drive for you to Tennessee?
That would be a 10-hour drive.
Oh, you're going to do it in a day?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Man.
Well, I just picked up my daughter out in, she was doing an AmeriCorps job out in Brattleboro, Vermont.
Mm-hmm.
And about a month ago, she was working from home out there where she was living. And then her living situation got a little bit weird with this person coming back who owned the house. And she decided, she's like, hey, I'd save more money if I just moved home. And this was like on a Saturday morning. And I was like, well, how are you going to get your bike home? Because she had a car out there. She's like, well, I'll get a bike rack. And I'm like, yeah, right. So I drove all the way out there that day. Well, I drove to Albany, New York. And that was about 14 hours. And then woke up early the next morning, drove the next 2 hours to get to Brattleboro. And then we packed up her crap and then drove all the way home in one fell swoop. But the good news is we gained an hour on the way back. So yeah. It was only midnight when we got home and not 1 a.m. Yeah. But we did stop in. Little tip from the road and from my Milwaukee Bullum to you, my friend.
Okay.
Toledo, Ohio. You got to go to a hot dog place called Tony Pacco's. Are you familiar with the establishment?
I'm not, but I'm a fan of hot dogs.
Well, it's legendary because Klinger used to talk about it on MASH because he's from Toledo.
Okay.
So it's been around for a while, but it's called Pacco's Eastern European Grill or something. It's a hot dog joint. But the pickles are ridiculous, and they're kind of chili that they have, and then they have so you get a couple of hot dogs with their chili and the pickles on it, and then they have like a cabbage roll, and they got spatzel.
Oh, nice. All right. Well, now I'm starving. Thank you.
It is almost lunchtime.
It is.
Spatzel, spatzel, I don't even know that's how you say it.
I think it's Spätzle.
Thank you.
Spätzle.
Mark for the win.
Spätzle.
Spätzle yourself.
I don't know. I know as I was hanging out with Martin Miller not too long ago, and he was helping me with my German, which is still non-existent. But anyway, so
what are you doing up at Sweetwater? Is it kind of a
we're going
thing?
Yeah, it's I'm going out with Jackson Audio. They make the pedals and stuff.
Oh,
they used to have Jackson amps, but now they're just doing pedals, and so they have a line that they're putting out, and I'm going to go help them just basically demonstrate the stuff. We've been doing some stuff together, some content with them. They make some really cool stuff. So we're going to go out there and do that with them, and I think maybe like an interview or something with the folks at Sweetwater. So be kind of cool. In and out, little hang, be nice. Yeah.
Speaking of food, if you should be at Sweetwater on a Thursday, they have a delicious no bake chocolate cookie. Mark, I'm going to tell you right now, one of the greatest things I've ever had, and one of the greatest moments at Sweetwater history for me was walking proudly into their little eating facility, of which, as a guest, you will be able to feast complimentary wise, whatever you want.
Okay, I'm ready.
And say, you got the no bake cookies today, and they're all going to give you that knowing look like, he knows what time it is. And all of a sudden you get that tasty chocolate treat. And next thing you know,
what is a no-bake cookie? Is it just raw cookie dough?
I don't know what the hell goes on there, Mark. I got to be honest with you. They take that stuff and they put it on it, and it forms somehow. But it's this chocolatey
globule. Oh, all right. Okay. Well, I'm going to be there on a Tuesday, a Monday and a Tuesday, so I might need to call in advance. I'll call my guy.
It's we're in the middle of I'm braving life and limb coming here during pestilence. I want some no-bake cookies.
I'm gonna call Nick LaMandola. He's my guy at Sweetwater, my sales brother, and I'm gonna be like, hey man, I'm coming. I need the cookie globule sent to my room.
That's right. Bring it
as soon as I arrive.
That's what needs to happen.
Yeah. All right.
Well, listen. On that happy note. We've had a glorious conversation.
This was fun, man.
You too,
buddy.
I look forward to seeing you at the end of August.
Indeed.
And we will rock at a safe distance, I might add. I think
it's a big stage. It's a big place.
I think you're going to be impressed by my array of
masks.
That's right.
I need to get some cooler looking ones. Mine are,
Oh, don't get me wrong. We have various different materials.
Can I get one with the bottom half of your face on it?
Hey, there you go.
So it'll just be like me from the eyes up and then you. That would be really funny if like you had one that was like Joe and then the Andys had one that was each other and then like Brent had one that was like his eyes. So he had like two sets of eyes or something.
I just want to be Bane. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you could do that. Yeah, that's cool.
Whatever it takes.
All right. We're going to get these made. I got time. I'm sure there's a company.
We do have a little bit of time.
I
think Hendrix, the experienced Hendrix folks have made Hendrix masks.
That makes sense. That's cool. Just a Jimmy head or something or
some kind of Jimmyism on there.
I like it.
Saying, hey, stay away, pestilence. Jim is in the house.
That's right.
That all happened, by the way. All right, my friend. Take care. Great.
All right, buddy.
Have a good one. We'll see you soon.